Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Rebels TV. Once again, our 26th and final weekly episode for 2017. We'll revert back to a monthly schedule after this, but we'll touch base more on that later on in the show. Sean Kelly's my name. Joining me, as he has for each of these 26 weeks throughout season 2017, is my co-host, AFL Victoria Talent Manager Phil Partington. And Parto, great way to end the season on Saturday with a Rebels win.
Yeah, it was pleasing, sure. You had the last game at Mars Stadium and come away with a win. It's just caps off not a bad season, sure. Even though we're not playing finals, but some good positives come out of the season.
Certainly was indeed. Details on the screen now from the game, and it was really pleasing to see that, yes, there was a big wind advantage in the game, but in the second quarter, when the Pioneers kicked goals early and really came back, we were able to lock them down, kick a goal against the win ourselves, and that really gave us some momentum. Take into half-time, 6 goals to 1 third quarter, and it was game over from there.
Yeah, Sean, I think this is one of the only times the Rebels all year have played a really good four-quarter effort game. So, when you play a good, consistent game for the whole day, you usually get the points. So, we're very pleased, and the wind was blowing too, Sean. So, on our poles, our nets, we were going to fall over at one stage by one of the goals, but to come away with the win was very pleasing.
Yeah, it was indeed. And it was a day where the contested ball was a really hard ball as well, and our tackle count was right up. Tackle count really pleasing this weekend. There was 4 or 5 players that had 7, 8, 10. Jordan Johnson had 11 tackles on the weekend, so really good to see the contested footy.
Yeah, those little things that we do well throughout the year, and those tackling and the pressure acts that we've been doing at training has been good for us.
Yeah, it has indeed. Our Mars player of the day for the final time this season, and quite fitting that it is a man that has been awarded the Mars Player of the Day more than any other this season. His 5th Mars Player of the Day gone this weekend. Aiden Domic, another fantastic game on the wing.
He's been in good form. The heartache of missing Vic Country selection has put a bit of a motivation factor for him, Sean, and to see him react and come back from that has been great, and deserves the Mars Player of the Day.
He does indeed. As always, we caught up with him after the game to see how his thoughts were on the game that he played. Our Mars Player of the Day for round 18, Aiden Domic. We're with our Mars Player of the Day for round 18, quite fitting. Aiden Domic, 5th time for the year, mate. Congratulations on another great game.
Yeah, cheers, Shaun. It was a very good finish to the year, and it just caps off a good season, I think.
Would have been a great way to finish off, obviously. Not too many teams get to win their last game of footy for the season, and to go out and play the way we did, bring home a victory against the team that beat us earlier in the year must be quite satisfying.
Yeah, it was really good. It was just, as I said before, a great way to finish off the year, and it's a good reward for effort. I think we've been building towards it for a while, so it's come together really good, and we finished off well, so it's good.
Clumps of goals today was the key, and obviously single goal kickers, but during that third quarter when we know that we needed to kick goals with that wind, and they came. There was 6 of them in a row from about the 8-minute mark of that third quarter. That must have been a pretty good feeling, knowing that we put a team away for the first time in a long time. Yeah,
it's been a working point for a while, that third quarter, trying to get on top of teams, I think. And I think we capitalised really well on the wind. Just like last week, we didn't use it as well, but came back and used it well in the third quarter today, so it was really good.
Season over from a Rebels point of view, but for you not so much. Obviously draft combine a month away now, so you've got 4 weeks to prepare yourself for arguably what's going to be your biggest weekend of the year.
Yeah, it will be big. I think we're starting with Bally on Monday, so it would be good to get into it and crack into the start of pre-season, really, if you can call it that. So it would be really good to start and get onto it.
Obviously your goals that you set for yourself at the start of 2017, we're sitting here half an hour after the last game. Yeah. At this stage, do you feel that you reached those goals?
I think, certain patterns I did. Definitely working with the coaches throughout the year. We've met certain ones, and then there's also a lot of working points as well. So hopefully can capitalise on the future and use that to go forward.
Well, Domic, congratulations, not just on your game today, but on your season 2017 in total. A great season by yourself. Congratulations on today, and good luck over the next month.
Thanks for that, Shawnee. Cheers.
Aiden Domic, our Mars Player of the Day for round 18.
He's starting to like the camera, Sean.
He's starting to get very good at it now. He's had plenty of practice this year. Yeah. And you're not wrong at all. You said the Vic Country non-selection, if you will, spurred him on. It spurred him on, all right, because now he's got an AFL draft national combine to look forward to in 4 weeks.
Great reward for effort, Sean. And the boys now that get invited to draft combine and state combine are with our strength and conditioning guys doing a lot of training now in preparations for the combines.
Yeah, we'll touch more on that very shortly as well. But before we do, Parto, for the final time this year, it's time to go inside 60. Thanks to Bluegum Clothing, and we thank Bluegum Clothing for their support of Inside 60 this year, and for, of course, making sure we look very, very sharp on match days and on Rebels TV and at every other time, Parto.
Yeah, they're great support. Been a long time partner of the Rebels, and look forward to hopefully continuing that partnership.
Inside 60 this week for the last time. This is an interesting one because this guy's definitely not shy at all. So we figured that'd translate to in front of the camera, and you're probably going to find out that we're pretty right with that one. Matty Lloyd, inside 60 for the last time this year.
As you said, Shaun doesn't lack confidence, so he's good on the lip as well. So I reckon he'll give a few backhanders out.
Let's have a look at it. Inside 60, thanks to Bluegum Clothing with Matty Lloyd.
Lloydie. Half back flank. Probably my brother. Horsham Football Netball Club. Passionate. Flynn Appleby. Dale Cox. Jackson Taroo just doesn't shut up. Probably playing seniors at home last year, first game. Nick Pekin. Joy Taylor.
Matty Lloyd, inside 60, thanks to Bluegum Clothing.
Hang on, Shaun.
Yeah.
Mate, what's going on with the... You can't really call it a moustache.
No.
You can't call it that. It's a bit of bum fluff or a bit of feather. I'm not quite sure. What are you sure?
He's very, very proud of the growth above his lip, let's call it, because it's not a moustache or anything, but he's very proud of it. It's his first ever growth. He's still waiting for his first shave, so he's quite proud of it. Well, it'd be interesting to see if when we reconvene for the obviously pre-season training and for our presentation day, whether it's still there.
Yeah, it's interesting, Shaun. Interesting look, but Matty, you go for it, mate.
Whatever works. Played a very, very good game on the weekend and had a great bottom 8 year with the Rebels this year.
No, he certainly did, and he's one of our bottom 8 players that we think's got a good future.
We certainly do. No Rebels footy this week, Parto. It's a bit sad that we're sitting here talking about no Rebels footy, and it's not a bye week or anything like that. Unfortunately, Rebels are not making TAC Cup finals, which are being held this weekend at Mars Stadium. Of course, Victoria Park in Abbotsford, Collingwood's former home ground on the Saturday. Then on Sunday, 2 games here. 11:30am is the 2nd versus 7th battle. Geelong Falcons taking on the Gippsland Power. And then after that at 2:15pm, the 4 versus 5 game. Sandringham Dragons taking on the Murray Bushrangers. Free entry. Great day of footy coming up once again at Mars Stadium.
Yeah, certainly is, Shaun. We're so proud to have the finals, first week of finals at Mars Stadium. So I know the AFL recruiters have really been buoyant about behind the glass, the elevation of the view, and things like that. And
there's a few of them here on Sunday.
there was a lot, Shaun. You can see a photo on the screen at the moment, Shaun, how many are in the coaches' boxes or the media boxes overseeing the players. So looking forward to the first final of TAC Cup here in Ballarat.
A little bit happening as well with the Rebels though. Don't forget our presentation day, Sunday the 8th of October, Parto. Going to be a massive day, as we keep saying. Book your tickets as early as you can, so we've got an idea of what's happening for catering. It's going to be set to be a pretty good day. Everything's just starting to come into place now with the last game for the season. We start to count the votes for the Adam Goods Trophy. We find out what's happening there, and of course we get all of our other awards into line for the day and set up what's normally one of the best days of the season.
Yeah, it's always a good day, bit of a fun day with the boys as well, so looking forward to getting as many people there as possible. So if you're a supporter, parent, jump online straight away and book your ticket. We really appreciate it.
And the next time you're going to see us on Rebels TV, folks, will be the 2nd week in October, after the presentation day and after the AFL Draft Combine as well. So we'll give you a bit of information as to, of course, the winners of our major awards for the season, how the boys went at the Draft Combine. Then we're on a monthly schedule from here on in, Parto. The next time will be November, just when we're about to start pre-season training, and then December with a Christmas update for the rest of 2017. But it would be remiss of us, Parto, on this last weekly edition for 2017, not to thank a host of people. First and foremost, our fantastic partners of the GWV Rebels in 2017. McDonald's Ballarat, our major partner, our Platinum Pathway partners, Rookie Me, the North Ballarat Sports Club. Who else have we got there? We've got Mars and we've got bluegum Clothing, of course. All of our partners, they're on the screen at the moment. You can see our pyramid there. We have such fantastic partners here at the Rebels that give us great support every year, Parto. We're hoping that there's just going to grow and grow and grow with the girls' footy coming involved and so many opportunities to be a part of the Rebels family.
Look, we have got fantastic partners and long-term partners too, Shaun, that really support our program. But we're looking for more partners for next year, Shaun. So if you think you may want to be a part of the Rebels, please give myself a call anytime through the office and certainly sort of proposal through to you, and looking forward to the support. But thank you for your support and watch Rebels TV each week. We're getting great views and we're really enjoying it.
We're not stretching to say we thank the tens of thousands of people that have watched Rebels TV this week, because we've had anywhere between 1,000 and 2,500 views every week throughout the season. So we've hit 50,000 views for the season so far, which is a massive effort, and we thank each and every one of you for taking 10 minutes out of your Wednesday night at 6 p.m. every week just to watch us and let us keep you informed as to what's happening within the Rebel structure. We'll keep doing it just on a monthly basis going forward. And thanks to you as well, Parto. Take time every week to film in some great spaces and some great spots throughout the year. And of course, none of this happens without you. So thank you very, very much. And thank you once again for joining us on Rebels TV, signing off from our weekly editions for the last time in 2017. We'll see you again in the second week of October here on Rebels TV.